if I traded it.
Welcome to the show, everyone. I bet you all had a great weekend, and now we're back for the week. We are live on Facebook, so I want to say hi to everybody out there. Like us, follow us, and we're going to be sharing the show afterwards. I am so excited about bringing on my first guest. I don't even have to say what he does. I have with me Len Wood, and he is going to be playing what he does. Welcome to the show, Len. Welcome to the show. Oh my God, you're a bagpiper. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do, how long you've been doing this too.
All right. I've been playing bagpipes since I was 14. I started with a little band in upstate New York, and my family moved out here when I was in high school. And so playing bagpipes and just doing that for a long time. And then a few years ago, I decided to retire and teach and play, and that's what I do.
That is awesome. Now, you said that you do this statewide.
I do. Primarily, though, it's in the valley, but I could go anywhere that I'm needed.
So now, you said there's a lot of questions that you get asked all the time, right?
That's
and
right.
They are, the first one is, how did you get started in this?
Yep. Well, it's a funny thing. I happened to see bagpipes, and they were intriguing. I'm one of those kids who wanted to play something, but piano didn't stick, and violin didn't stick, and so I just happened to choose bagpipes, I think because they're crazy and goofy.
They are.
Yeah.
But they're cool.
They are cool. It's been a lot of fun, and I sure enjoy playing and enjoy teaching. I have a number of young students that are succeeding.
That's neat. Good. And how many people come to you looking to play the bagpipes?
Well, I teach.
Or learn how, I should say.
Sure. Well, it's all the same. I have about 5 fire departments that I'm working with right now in the mornings, and then so that's anywhere from a small group of 5 into a larger group of 8. And then I have another 10 students who come to the house for individual lessons. So
now, your website is Piper Len, L-E-N, so piperlen.com. He's statewide. You can call him. If you want a bagpiper, he's the guy to call. Our number here, his number is 602-708-1828. Again, it's piperlen.com. Your interest. You also said that's a question that you get all the time. Are you Scottish? Are you Irish?
Certainly. It's one of those things where people automatically assume you're Scottish. And I guess, like most of us in America, we have something else in there too, you know. And so I would accept that. But basically, my grandmother was Irish. She was the one who actually got me the lessons. And her comment was that the Irish gave the Scots the bagpipe as a joke, and the Scots took it seriously. So it's my family is mostly Irish.
Now, do you play in a band too?
I do, and I play in a couple of bands. The Phoenix Pipe Band is the oldest pipe band in the state of Arizona, and I was pipe major of that band for, almost 20 years, and stepped down just 3 years ago, thank God. But I also play with a little band out of Waterford, Ireland. I'll be with them this year over in Lorient, France for a 10-day festival.
That's pretty cool.
It is cool. It really is a good bunch of people too.
And it's a lot of people love the bagpipes. They use it for all sorts of reasons. Tell me some of the different things that you do.
Sure enough. I certainly play enough funerals. Amazing Grace has become a very popular piece of music, and it sounds good on the bagpipe. So I do a lot of those and a lot at the VA cemetery. But I also play for weddings and high school graduations, college graduations, anything like that. Probably the craziest thing I ever did was to play a birthday party, and the kids were doing this for their dad. Their dad liked bagpipes, and so they thought they'd surprise him. So they found a refrigerator box, dressed the box up like a gift, put me inside it, and when he came home and opened the front of it, I came out playing Happy Birthday. The crazy thing is, these kids were always collecting animals. He didn't know it was going to be a snake or whatever until I came.
But here's the thing. People that love this love it a lot.
They do.
Right?
They do.
And they want it for their weddings.
Yes.
They want it for, obviously, funerals. A lot of times people for that. And what is the most obscure you said? I know that was a most obscure thing that you did, but the place that you did it for, was that?
That sort of, but also there are a few other things that I've done. I used to play the Purim Parade in Atlanta, Georgia. I did that for about 4 or 5 years. That was interesting and fun. But now I play for a group of Westies, the West Highland White Dogs. They have me for their picnic every year over the railroad park. So we march the dogs down to the train. We put everybody on the train, and then I play a tune as we're going down around the park.
That's amazing.
It's fun.
It really is. And now with your teaching, with anybody out there that is interested, maybe it's you, maybe it's someone that you know. You started when?
When I was 12.
12. So you know what? You might know somebody that's a 12-year-old that just might. How old do you have to be to start?
Well, I think you should be able to read before you start. So anywhere from 7, 8 years old. I don't think it's a little rough when you get be younger than that. It's hard to keep their attention for more than 5 minutes.
It's the attention. I would think it would be much more than that because you got to have good pipes in order to play the pipes.
It's the funniest thing, Carol, because it's really technique, and if you can just get the technique down, that's pretty much it. We do more with our arm than we do with our lungs.
Well, let me ask you this. So let's say somebody is thinking about this, or they're driving along going, you know what, I think I'd really like to learn how to, play the bagpipes. Do you need to know how to read music? What are the requirements that you need to at least get started?
Sure enough. Well, I guess I would say that you need 5 fingers or 4 fingers and at least 1 thumb. Beyond that, oftentimes it's better if you don't play another instrument. We play slightly different. We play with flat fingers as opposed to bent fingers. And oftentimes, if you've played a clarinet or a trumpet or something like that, you have a difficult time changing that. So I think it's probably better if you haven't had too much experience with it. And I just believe in going in baby steps. We work things out, we develop that, we go to the next thing, and so on.
Okay, so I got to ask you some questions with this. When you are learning to play the bagpipe, do you rent it and then come in, or how does that work?
Oh, it's so much better than that, Carol, because you start on another instrument called a practice chanter. It's fairly quiet, doesn't bother the dogs, doesn't bother your grandma in the next room. So it's really it's not really difficult. It's very similar to playing a flute or one of those childhood things that you had, a recorder or something like that. And
how does it sound?
It's
because you're learning. You're just learning.
Yeah, it's a little rough at first, but with a little bit of effort, it's not so bad. But you learn all your music, and even today, I would use one to learn a new piece of music or develop something.
Now, let me ask you this too. Let's say somebody wants to get started. What do? They're listening. They say, "I gotta have this. I want to do it." What is it?
Well, give us a call, and I'll talk about what the requirements are and what you need. The practice chanter is $90. I've written my own book, so it's easy to use that. And so for less than $110, you can get started.
That's pretty awesome. What's your book about?
It's strictly about how to play bagpipes.
How neat is that? Well, okay, guys, if you want to learn, maybe it's you or someone that you know, he even wrote a book on it. You can check him out on his website. It's Piper Len, L-E-N, piperlen.com. You can also call him direct. Maybe it's something that you want to have at your next wedding.
Absolutely.
At the wedding, at the funeral, parties. What else?
Graduation parties. It's crazy, some of the things that I've done, but they're fun.
It is a lot of fun. Yeah. And if you want to learn, maybe it's you or someone that you know that does, you can do it for very little money. He even wrote a book on it. Again, that number to call him direct, it's 602-708-1828. If you want to stand up and finish this off playing, you certainly can. Go ahead.
Okay.
It's Piper Len. So it's piperlen.com. Again, that number to call is 602-708-1828. And I'm going to let you play it out. It's piperlen.com or call them at 602-708-1828.